Sure.
So, I don't know, I've had a question. Do you
Yeah.
about
Bhopal, Punjab, the terrorism in Punjab. I wrote a book then called The Violence of the Green Revolution. That's when I realized that so much of what we are being told about chemicals and seeds is all false. You know? It's bullshit.
And what the link with ecofeminism?
Well, the link with ecofeminism is all of this structure is based on assuming that the earth doesn't produce, the soil is dead, that local seeds are useless, and women have no brain. You know?
Yeah.
After all, women have been doing the breeding all along. When a Monsanto comes and says we have done the breeding, they're in effect saying there was no breeding before them.
That's right.
So the entire model of genetic engineering patenting is based on what I call capitalist patriarchy. And the model of saving diversity, recognizing farmers breeding, recognizing soil as living, recognizing that biodiverse systems produce more, means also recognizing women's knowledge and power.
Why specifically women's knowledge?
Because they're the ones who were looking after the seed while men went and fought wars.
Okay, and is it specifically for...
All over the world, women
the
looked
world.
after seed. Just go look at the archaeology.
Okay.
Women looked after
I didn't do
seed.
it. Okay.
And no crop failed till women looked after seed.
And in India, you have the support of both women and men? Or
Oh yeah,
just, okay.
Yeah, wherever we work a lot with local communities. And we only work where people want us there, where they trust us.
Okay,
Yeah.
and maybe the last question for other people. What do you think about global trade? I mean, fair trade and all of that. Do you think so India should look for autonomy or just...
Well, India has been trading long before the West discovered trade.
Yeah, of course.
You know, we were exporting spices.
Does it help Indian people? Or just
Well, you know, trade which we determine helps us. Trade that is imposed on us goes against us. We have, I'm eating black pepper because I have a bad throat. A sack of pepper used to be sold for a sack of gold in colonial times. That's why Columbus wanted India, the French wanted India, the Portuguese wanted India, the British wanted India, for the pepper and the spices. Of course it helped the farmers who grew the pepper. But now Europe is killing its dairy farmers. Yeah? Farmers of Europe are going and pouring milk on the streets of Brussels. And instead of helping the farmers here, they want to dump milk on India. A big fight on so-called free trade is forcing people to import what they don't need to import.
do you think Europe could be a shield against Monsanto and such big societies?
On the GM issue, if it doesn't do anything on the seed law,
Yeah.
that shield will break. Because the GM fight is not a GM fight, it's a seed fight.
That's what I feel.
And it has to be fought as a seed fight.
Are you involved personally into the European fight against GM?
This entire report is largely to help Europe. I didn't need it for India. We fought all the battles. We've undone all the bad laws. You know, we are going around peacefully doing our work. We've stopped the nasty laws of the kind that have come to Europe now. We did this campaign to help Europe.
And do you think we could apply the same system as in India?
It has to. I just did a BBC interview.
Small cooperatives.
Not just that, non-cooperation.
You seem strong. You seem in revolt. And after all this many years of fighting, tu peux me refaire la fin? Si,
après toutes ces années, est-ce qu'il y a de la désillusion ou est-ce qu'il y a toujours de la révolte pleine d'espoir?
Is this disillusion after all these many years of fight? Or
if I was disillusioned, I wouldn't come.
Yeah.
I would be taking Prozac and sitting at home.
How it is possible to have all this hope after so many years of fight?
Parce que ça avance, parce que vous sentez que ça prend?
For two reasons. The first is that the fight has made a difference. After all, there are hundreds of thousands of farmers who now have their seed sovereignty, who would have been locked into seed slavery if Navdanya hadn't existed. There are thousands of farmers not using chemicals, doing good farming, increasing their production, increasing their incomes. So of course I have hope. That Monsanto keeps spreading is another matter. That's not my measure of hope. My measure of hope is the soil doing better. Are there more seeds that are available to farmers? And the second is 40 years I've been engaged in ecological struggle. I don't do it for success or failure. I do it because the only way to live. And you don't count. You don't count victories in this world. You count duty. You ask what needs to be done. And if you have impact, that's good. If you don't have impact, you still did the right thing.
What is your dream?
My dream is life should be free. Farmers shouldn't die, babies shouldn't die.
That's a wonderful answer. Thank you, Vandana.